First and foremost, we want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kudash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. We're the brothers at the Great Millstone branch of Montreal. And we're here to come with another lesson. This lesson is going to be entitled, We're Not Supposed to Have That Gangster Mentality in This Truth. Okay? We're not supposed to have a gangster mentality in this truth. Okay, and you know what I mean by that. All right? You know, these street guys, these so-called tough guys, you know, these guys are carnal. These guys are emotional. All right? Because they're coming from a place of the place where they're raised by their mama. You know, the black community is a matriarchal society. So that's why the men are very emotional. Okay? Which makes them overreactive rather than reflective. Okay, what do I mean by that? I mean that they're going to act before they think. All right? Because someone got mad and the scripture, someone got you mad or rubbed you the wrong way. The scriptures speak about self-control. Okay? Let me get the scripture where it speaks about be ye angry. Right? The scriptures speak about self-control. It doesn't speak about lashing out. All right? Let me know when you got that.
This is Ephesians 4.
You want to say something?
Yeah, real quick, just to add on, Jake could crash out stepping over, you step on his shoe.
Yeah.
That's the gangster mentality.
That's right.
Just because you stepped on my shoes, you know, a nigga moment occurs, you know?
Yes.
That's what they call it.
Yes. And I know because I was, you know, when we were in the world, we seen that, you know. You do certain things and people respect you for it, but it's wicked shit.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is Ephesians 4 and verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Oh, right. So you're supposed to, even before the sun goes down, you're supposed to have resolved your anger. Mm-hmm. You know? So that you're able to bring that heat that's inside you down. Because that anger represents heat. You got to bring that down, cool it off. That shows what? Self-control. You know, that puts you ahead of a lot of people in this world, man. How much people we've seen in this world crash out over, they call it road rage.
Yeah.
Right? You kind of get it. You almost get that road rage spirit sometimes with some of these demons.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to catch yourself.
Yeah. Goes one more. It says,
Yep.
Neither give place to the devil.
Oh. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. For instance, the road rage, you know, that's a test. You know, you're gonna allow sin to take over.
Right.
You know, don't give place to sin. To incite you to sin. Man. Ultimately, nothing good is gonna happen. You're gonna fight the guy. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Then you got to deal with the authorities and things of that nature, man.
That's right.
You gotta apply self-control, man.
Yeah. That's right, brother. Go ahead.
If I could add on to it,
Yeah.
when as it says, what's that statement again? Read that last part.
Yeah, it says, verse 27, neither give place to the devil.
Yeah, so when you give place to the devil, that's when you're entering into the fleshly realm. You know, when you tapping into the flesh. Okay, you're not being spiritual, and then you let your emotions take over. And that's when that, like the brother mentioned, that would lead to other things that could have been avoided if you just were spiritual and just moved on with your life.
How many wars happen just because of a small thing?
Yeah.
You know, gang wars. The brother mentioned, you step on the guy's shoe.
Right.
You know, and you beef with another corner.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause it just builds up. You know.
Yeah.
One person once falls. You know, from that, these guys don't have the wherewithal to forgive one another.
That's right,
you
bro.
know?
Yeah.
Be spiritual.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, be spiritual, man.
Yeah.
That's the fact. That's what these people have a problem with, being spiritual, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's what Jake has a problem with.
Yeah.
You don't got a problem being carnal. Jake is always carnal. You got a problem being spiritual, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it on that? Okay, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 25 and verse 28. It says, "He that hath no rule over his own spirits is like a city that is broken down and without walls."
Oh, that's it. All right, so that's something that's defenseless to who? Who's the one that's going to enter in?
Satan.
Shaitan. All right? So you don't want to be defenseless to Satan. You want to have on that armor. Right? You know? And part of that armor is wisdom and understanding. We understand the spirit world. We understand these people are demons, and they're probably set up to mess with us.
Yeah.
Not probably, they are set up to mess with us. You know, with the demons it's personal. You know? With the person it's not really that personal. They don't really even know what they're doing. With the demon it's personal. Personal. They were sent. So we gotta understand that. And we gotta be able to be calm and collective even in that anger.
Hopefully one more.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 9. "Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools."
That's right. And that's part of being a good gangster. If you want to be a good gangster, you gotta be angry quick. You gotta be ready to get it popping. I'm active. I'm active. Blood. I'm active. He's not active. What does it mean active, man? I mean, anything happen, he's ready to fucking kill someone.
He's with the activity.
He's with the activities. You know, we're not talking about gym class.
No.
Okay? Yeah, that's a good, you know, a dude, he's talking to you, and then bam, he say something you don't like, you just punch him. Say, yo, you see the way he did that? Yo, my respect, big man.
Yeah.
Right? This is how Jake thinks. This is Jake's mentality. That's that worldly nigga mentality, man. We're not supposed to have that in this truth, man. Okay? We're supposed to have the mentality of soldiers, of an army. Okay? When you see army movies, you see the general screaming in the guy's face and this and that. And this guy, what is he practicing? Self-control.
Self-control, yeah.
That's the only way to come up in the ranks.
Yeah.
You can't come up in the ranks
Yeah.
telling the sergeant, man, fuck you. We'll punch him in the face. That ain't gonna work. What that's gonna get you is a dishonorable discharge. And probably an actual charge too. You see? And the reason they're doing that is to test and grow your self-control too. So I can go ahead, bro.
I asked AI the gangster mentality meaning, and one of the points is that the psychological cost. It says psychologically, this mentality is often a trauma response. It's already done. You know, in the sense they're hurt. You know,
yes.
And the truth that gives you peace. You know, and they're not healed, so they have that trauma, like you're saying. They're quick to pop off. It's because something happened to them.
That's true.
Something happened, and they just weren't born like that. There's something that happened that made give them that mentality.
Yeah. You know what? I wasn't like that. I wasn't even like that. What happened was a lot of betrayal. I'll say this: a lot of betrayal happened. A lot of people that try to break down your self-esteem constantly.
Yeah.
And then when people talk shit about me, it just triggers something.
Yeah,
bro.
offense, yeah.
I'm like, yo, shit, and I want to find him. No, I want to find him, bro. It's just a rumor.
Whoa.
But I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying?
It hasn't been confirmed.
But I want to confirm the rumor. You know? That's madness, man. That is madness. You know? That's why I said before I went to the truth, I was a weak individual, man. Very weak. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says it develops in environments where resources are scarce and danger is constant. While it provides a shield for survival, it can make it incredibly difficult for an individual to transition into stable, collaborative environments.
Collaborative. Collaborative. Because they don't collaborate, really.
Yeah.
They're always backbiting. They're always talking, trying to get to the next level. Or just nigga talk to me like that. They don't really deal with order like that, bro.
No.
always gotta watch your back.
Yeah, the only reason there's order because the dude's scared the other dude.
That's it.
Gun butt in their face. That's the only reason the
That's it.
order is there.
That's it.
It's because that dude is a madman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, none of them, there's no trust. There's no trust. You might be the head, but you're looking at the guy behind you wants to take your place.
Yeah.
So you gotta, you're looking at the guy behind you as an enemy, and you're looking at your enemies in front of you. So there's really no peace in that. Like that
Zero
lifestyle.
peace.
Yeah. Just the end. It says here, the very trait that helped us. So like the very traits.
I'm
that
thinking of Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Who's gonna rebel? Who's gonna rebel with a Mad Max?
No killing for fun. No reason.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
It says here, the very trait that.
They used to call you Mad Max. That's it.
Oh,
That's
no.
it, right?
Blood guy, huh?
Yeah, but,
Oh shit.
but that's it, right? You know? So when we come into the truth, we're being washed of all of that.
Right,
We're
yeah,
yeah, right? So that we're coming into a pure state that Yahweh Shai could work on us, man, which is all mercy.
Yeah, that's it.
But he didn't have to take none of us, man.
Yeah.
He could say, you just continue, we just continue being gangsters, man.
See what happens.
No, but he set up, you know what? Another thing too, he set up the perfect way, the perfect path to make us be able to do this work. We're not in jail, brother. Things I did, I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I could have been up in there. You understand what I'm saying to you? Certain things the Lord didn't, you know what I mean? You know? So, even the grave, a lot of times the Lord delivered me from the grave too. Jail and the grave. Because certain things passed, you know? So, a lot of these things, we're getting mercy from the Yahweh Shai. We're not paying attention to. You know? So, it's not just mercy of things that happened today. What about yesterday, man? How much did the Lord deliver us that we don't even know? Go ahead.
To end, it says here, the very trait that helps someone
Water
survive.
bringing this out, bro. This is good, man. Go ahead.
The very traits that help someone survive a gangster lifestyle, hypervigilance and aggression, are often the same traits that makes it difficult to find peace or a long-term success outside of that world.
Outside, yeah. They do. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead,
Yeah,
brother.
like it makes you think of Tony Soprano. A lot of these they can't escape. Everything becomes a scheme to them. They gotta constantly be in a scheme mentality.
Yeah.
To the point where he had a psychiatrist, but he was scheming her the whole time. You know, like the fact that she was helping him a lot of these situations. She was giving him counsel, and he was using that same advice just to how can he better his criminality. You know, and it came out at the end of there was a report. They did a study that the criminal mind, everything is a scheme unto them. You know, so it's hard for them to escape, but it's just like they're stuck in that lifestyle.
Right. But then if you have Yahweh Shai, he can take you out of that mentality.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. So that's it. So they're trapped in that because Satan is still has reign over them. You know. Yeah, man. You want to say something?
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Spark.
So like, because one of the disciples was a zealot.
That's right. That's right, brother.
So that's a prime example of someone that was in that lifestyle, and here it is. You know, the Lord chose him and came to follow him. And for sure, he wasn't acting on Yahweh Shai with that gangster mentality that he had. You know, when he was rolling with them zealots. You know, he was a changed man.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah.
I got a testimony on this guy that I was a gang member. I saw him like maybe 2 months ago. And I said like, I'm a changed man.
Say the story again. Say the story again. Brother was
No, the testimony about me, being into the street life.
Yeah.
And Yahweh Shai took me out of it.
Yeah.
And I saw an ex-member that saw me, and he seen the change in me, and he asked me, and I said, I gave surrendered my life to Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
And he said, how come that he saved you and not me?
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
Hey, you know what's funny? now that you say that, I have a similar testimony. Not the same, but similar. Is one of my friends' mother in the world, you know, and we were super close. Same dude I tell you brothers about sometimes. We're super close. We're like this, man. Everything I did, he did, you know. And he was locked up for X amount of years. And his mother seen me on the bus one day. She started crying. I know you stopped doing these things. Now you changed your life. Why didn't you take him with you? I said I couldn't take him with me. I tried.
Yeah.
You know, she was crying to me on the bus.
Wow.
And I felt so bad, man, but I couldn't do nothing.
No.
And she kind of resented me for it because her son is still in that life.
That's right. It's not you.
It's not us. You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Okay, you finished with that, bro?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. Read your precepts, Kurt.
Okay. This is the book of John, chapter 15, and verse 16. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Where the Lord said, I've taken you out of the world.
Okay, you have that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of John 15 and verse 19. If you are of the world will love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
Yeah, therefore the world hates you, man. Okay, so we're taken out of the world. The Lord has chosen certain vessels to be taken out of the world. And if you want to be real, people respect gangsters because they think they're brave. But nobody is more brave than the men of the Lord.
That's right.
Nobody's more brave than the men of the Lord, man. Okay? Nobody has went through the feats with faith, without fear like the men of the Lord, man. So we don't care about that gangster garbage. And they did that with integrity. They did that with order, with integrity, with humility. Unlike them so-called gangster guys, man. You know? Sit on that?
Yeah.
Because all them so-called, the top gangster guys, a lot of the top gangster guys, they become snitches. They become snitches. That's a super trap. I remember this one nigga. Oh my God, bro. You would have thought he was the top gangster. That dude told on everybody when he got popped. You know, he was taking over the bars and I run this bar. Everyone getting up. You know, and he locked the bar like he controlled the bar, you know? And then when someone talks shit, his boy will show the gun. And then he was just terrorizing them, showing the gun to everybody, making sure they knew he got it on him. And then this guy got popped. And he was like a cameraman and then paid him for that. Telling on everybody. I know some niggas in Boston. I know some niggas, you know? Yeah. And then he moved to the outskirts. That's what on. Okay? So these guys are fucking phonies any fucking way.
Yeah. There's no honor amongst thieves.
Oh, right.
There's no integrity in these guys. Yeah.
That's it on that?
Yeah. I got okay.
Okay, go ahead, Maya.
This is Romans 11 and verse 7. It says, "What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded."
And the rest were blinded, man. Okay, the rest were blinded. You know? So, can we save everybody? No. You know, it's not meant for everybody. We need to be grateful that we got this truth, man. That's it. Because it's about to kick in. We're at the time where the value of this truth is about to be shown.
That's right.
This is not the time to be playing games, man.
Yeah.
The value of this truth is about to be seen.
That's right.
You know? It's ain't the time to fall out.
Yeah.
Play games. It's the time to be serious about this truth, man. Deal with what needs to be dealt with, man. You know? So that you can move forward. That's all. It's really actually very simple. The scriptures speak about the simplicity in Yahushua. It's nothing really complicated, man. It's just we make it complicated. You know? Go ahead. Okay.
Read that number? Okay. This is Romans 11 and verse 7. It says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which it seeketh for,
Which is the truth.
That's right, brother.
but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded."
That's right. So they were blinded by Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. That's Isaiah 6 and 9.
That's right.
There's an angel blocking them from receiving, the truth, which the truth is what leads to salvation. So some were ordained to receive salvation, some preordained to receive salvation, some were preordained to receive destruction. Isaiah 6 and 9 tells you, the angel asks, until when? Until the destruction, that the 2/3 are going to be blinded. You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like we're saying, like it's not up to us, even if you have a best friend or you love your brother, like you can't make them come into this truth. It's up to the Heavenly Father, man.
That's right, man.
Because even look at it, Yahweh Shai, he only have 2 brothers that followed him, and the rest didn't follow him, showing it wasn't up to him. It's up to the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father gave him the elect, so it's already predestinated. All we could do, we could try to plant the seed, and if it goes on fertile ground, meaning referring to your mind, hey, good. If not, then hey, it is what it is. But that's your lot. There's nothing we could do.
It wasn't even our choice to receive this truth, man. It's Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see it indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed.
Yeah, because that's all through the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. It says not all men have faith. It's not something that you can conjure up yourself. It has to be given unto you from on high.
That's right.
Because it's a gift. Yeah. Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate.
Because at the end they're going to acknowledge. At the end, every knee shall bow to Yahweh Shai. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
No, I guess.
Go ahead.
Looking into changing. Second address 14 and 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burden of man. Put off the weak nature.
That's it. That's right. Because like I said before, we're soldiers. Right? Soldiers are not supposed to be weak. Soldiers are being trained to be strong.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is, they're trained to be strong physically, and things of that nature. We're more so trained to be strong spiritually.
That's right.
So we gotta do it, right? Because as we're growing in strength, we're being more prepared for that time of evil. All right.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We're being more prepared for that time of evil. We're being more prepared to cast off this world. There's certain things holding us back from fully casting off this world that the Lord wants to be gone.
That's right.
Okay? Okay, that's it on that.
I think just to back you up.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 18 and verse 14. It says, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear. Just backing up the point that you said that it's your spirit, like we're spiritual soldiers, so we're exercising our spirit to be stronger. So whenever Satan comes with these different attacks to, attack you in the flesh, to make you go into your emotions, your spirit's gonna be strong to where that you're not gonna fall for those things, And you have Yahweh Shai as well, guiding you to give you a heads up. Yo, this is Satan right there. So hey, just rebuke him and then move on.
Just as it says, resist the devil and he shall flee from you.
That's right.
So when you're spiritual, you're able to protect yourself from his attacks. Okay, and again, at the end he's gonna flee. But if you're weak in the spirit, you'll break through your defenses and he'll enter into you.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if you let's say fall in the day of
Let's check this more.
yeah, get that. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, got it. Yep. This is Ezekiel 14 and 13. I'm reading NLT. It says, Son of man, suppose the people of a country were to sin against me, and I lifted my fist to crush them, cutting off their food supply and sending a famine to destroy both people and animals. Even if Noah, Daniel, and Job were there, their righteousness will save no one but themselves.
Who can only save themselves, man. We can't save nobody else, man. We can only focus on ourselves, man.
Yeah.
And these people that were left in there, that's them. You know, they gotta deal with that judgment. Family, you know, they're gonna have to deal with judgment too. You know, we can't do nothing about that. You know, you pray for your father, you pray for your mother, but hey, it's up to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay?
Yeah. What's that? Apollos planted. How does it go again? Paul planted, Apollos watereth, but the Most High gives the increase. So you know, even dealing with the family members, you give them a few hints here and there, and then eventually, if the Lord wants it, if they're chosen to be of the elect, eventually the Lord's gonna increase them, to make them believe or whatnot. If it comes to where brothers start doing miracles, like, oh shit, yeah, you are a man of the Lord. But it takes, they have to play their part in believing in it too.
Yep.
They can just be around you, they don't believe that the Lord's gonna save them. It doesn't work like that. You have to believe.
It's funny. I like my my parents. They kind of believe certain. They believe like a little bit. But that ain't a little bit ain't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm telling you that their mind has changed. They've seen some shit. They've seen some things, bro. Okay, where they said, "Damn,"
Right.
So even when it was like one time, apostles in the hospitals, I said, "I'm anointed." My anointed. I said, you don't believe, so I'm not gonna anoint. He said, no, right? I said, no, because before it was not like that, But he seen certain things, and he said, nah, I think the spirit might be about something, But he don't really know fully, Oh, and even when I was having that talk, my pops, I told Brother Zakar, and I was like, yeah, and he was talking about how we can't, I don't know, black people are the only people that don't have this and that, no connections to do such and such. Because he's always hustling, trying to stay afloat. Jake's always catching hell, hustling, trying to stay afloat. And then I'm like, yeah, well, we're under the curses. I told you a lot of years ago, we're under the curses, Dad. And he just didn't say anything. He's like listening. I said, yeah, but don't worry, this place got to go down first, and then the good things gonna come. And then he smirked. He didn't say nothing, but I seen a smirk on it, like he was happy. Like he's like, yes, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it gave him comfort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Like the brother said, who knows if when the miracles come, that they'll turn. I mean, that'd be amazing. But I'm not banking on that. Brother. I ain't banking on that.
God.
If the Lord take them out peacefully, that's a blessing for me too. Be hurt.
Right.
If there's any sleep or something, I'll be hurt. But I think Yahweh Shai, it wasn't no crazy shit.
Famine.
Cannibal eating,
Yeah.
So we're coming to those times.
Yeah.
Where, brother?
Yeah.
You want to say something?
No.
Oh, okay. That was it on that? Or you want?
Because there's a difference between dying in your sleep, dying in family. That's a heinous.
Dying peacefully.
Yeah.
That's a heinous death,
That's when you die in your sleep, that's a peaceful transition, But if you die, people, that's torture, So you suffer, So it's
you still love your family members. So we're in the flesh, we're still human, still man.
Of course.
So you rather they die peacefully than heinous death.
Right.
even that is a mercy.
It's a mercy. You got to kind of weigh things in the balance, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So it's like would you rather this or that,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we know one thing, that we're gonna see them again anyway.
That's right.
That's the big deal. We're gonna see them in the kingdom anyway.
Yeah.
So that takes us tapping into our spiritual mind.
Yeah. Understanding judgment.
Yeah, understanding judgment, understanding our spiritual mind. Of what's really going on. So that's it on that.
That's it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Where is it?
Yeah, and get me.
Yes.
I want to get. No. Hold on. So quiet something. You're gonna read yours. Well, hold on. Well, get me Job, not Job. Joab. He said that they were in good health. I tell you, the men of the Lord were serious man. They don't joking people, man. But at the same time, man, you ain't supposed to have no gangster mentality. Getting back to that topic. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 24 and 40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left.
Yeah.
2 women shall be grinding at the mill, and one shall be taken and the other left.
Yeah, that person can't hold on to your garment on it while you're flying up.
Right.
Right? They can't hold on to your garment.
They will try though.
They might, who knows? Who knows?
It's not gonna work. You look at the story with Elijah and Elisha. It says what? The beam that came parted them asunder.
Yeah.
Elisha didn't go up in there. You know what I'm saying? So even if they try, bro, hey, that's their head might just cut off. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Right.
It's like bleeding everywhere. Shit.
Right. Hand might just get beamed up like so. Hand go your hand in the chair. Go back down. You can't send your hand back into the fire. Anyway, that's still in there? Okay, good. Go and read that, bro.
Okay.
Does anyone have any other precept first?
Yeah, I have the same.
You have the same? You have something about? No?
Okay.
Go read that.
Okay, this is 2 Samuel 20 and verse, I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, you know what? No. In verse 6, it says, And David said to Abishai, Now shall Sheba, the son of Bishri, do to us more harm than did Absalom. Take thou thy Lord's servants.
Oh, and get King David when he's about to put the ball to death.
Oh,
Monkey. Right.
Take thou thy Lord's servants and pursue after him, lest he get him fenced cities and escape us. And there went out after him Joab's men, and the Cherethites, and the Pelethites.
And you might read these things and think, yeah, see, we gotta be in the spirit, but at the same time, they were in a time of war.
Different time.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the time. The scriptures in Ecclesiastes speak about a time of war, a time of peace, a time of a time for this, a time for that. There's a time for everything under the season. We're in a time of being spiritual. Okay, that's the time we're in. Because you think Because at the end of the day, what's that gangster shit gonna do for against Esau? What could it do?
Oh, it's gonna activate him.
It's gonna
That's what he wants.
It's
activate. That's right. Yeah, he's the real active one right there.
Yeah. Slave of man.
Right. Oh yeah. But he got all this technology.
Yo.
He loves it. You see them. You see how them small hats are dealing with the police. Yeah, I killed them. Yeah. And they're bragging about it. They're having fun.
Yeah.
Slaying people, man. You know what kind of technology Esau has, man? You think a wise man knows there's no profit in that shit.
Yeah.
Because then when the police come, you know what's funny? When the police come, these gangsters, they're not gangsters.
Yeah.
When the police come, most of them are not gangsters.
Yo.
Okay? They all go, pull up their pants, straighten their hat, their hat is backwards, they straighten it back.
Except in New York.
You know? And you go, police. Retard. Go ahead, man.
So just to add on to what proves that there's a time for everything. The Lord was the instance with the Maccabees. The Lord was with that. The Lord was with the Maccabean brothers. But then Yahushua came few, I think like almost 100 in the history. Yahushua came near after the rebellion of the Maccabees and all that, the war that they made. Yahushua was in the scene, and then he showed the spiritual way. And what proves that is that he suffered, he endured, he submitted himself to the will of the Lord, because he had the power to defend himself, but he didn't. And even when Peter drew out his sword, he said, "Put back your sword. It's not the time for that."
That's right.
So there's times in the Maccabees was time to fight. When Yahushua came, it's time to put down the sword and be spiritual.
That's right.
And trust in the Lord.
That's right, brother. That's right. Because you know what? Yahushua knew too that destruction was coming sooner in Jerusalem and the temple. He knew that time was at hand and it had to come. So what are you fighting against? Prophecy.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
You can't fight against
Fight
prophecy.
against- it's-
We know that this time is coming of the martial law and Esau coming through down with great wrath. We're not trying to fight against that. We're inviting that to come because prophecy has to be fulfilled for us to get to the kingdom.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, the Lord said I sent you as fishers, fishers of men.
That's right.
Jeremiah says, I will send fishers,
That's right.
then I will send hunters.
Yeah.
You know, right
When is the hunters gonna come?
when Yahushua comes.
Right.
That's
At the time of Yahushua, and then it's gonna be the time. The Father Lord says he's gonna turn his creature as his weapons of revenge.
Yeah.
You know, in the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. But right now is not the time for that.
Right.
Yeah, just to add to your brother's point, because even Yahushua, he said that himself. What you're basically saying, he said that if this were my kingdom, what my servants will fight, proving to it's in the kingdom. That's when brothers gonna get active.
That's right, man.
Okay, in the righteous way.
Oh yeah. A super
Real guys. Real
Oh
guys.
wow.
Brothers might go missing real quick.
They're taking out all the Edomites.
Yeah.
You know, getting them. Oh, we're gonna catch them in the space. We're gonna get them out of space.
Yes.
We're gonna get them in under. Well, Leviathan will catch them underwater.
Yeah.
That's the Heavenly Father's pet.
Mhm.
Okay, and we're gonna go into the caves, underground bunkers.
That's right.
All right. You don't think it's gonna be fun? It's gonna be fun, man.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
A righteous squid game.
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, back to 2 Samuel 20 and verse 7, it says, and there went out after him
You want
Joab.
to jump in?
I had a present there.
To jump in, or
Yeah.
go ahead.
Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day I rise up to the prey.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta wait.
Yeah, it's a commandment to wait. Man. Right now we have to wait on Yahushua. We don't have the time to enact things on our own, man. Was it Gamaliel that gave the examples of men that try to take arms?
Mm-hmm.
He said, I forgot the names.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus.
Studious.
You know, well, he died, man. Okay.
And all that fall.
And, those that was with him, they fled. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, so that's an example. We have to wait upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
Yeah.
That's really an order, man.
Yeah.
That's an order, yeah.
We ain't got no power in our hands.
Right.
You know, especially with Esau being at the in the fullness of his blessing, we're still under the curses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just because of this truth. We're kind of like overcoming the curses because, you know, we're transitioning into the kingdom. But Esau, I mean, he's like, yo, we got, like, he's super sane right now with the blessing. So, you know, we need Yahweh Shai to come in order to save us from him that is stronger than us, like scripture says.
That's right.
You know, because even scriptures, you know, compare us to worms. You know, we haven't been changed yet. You know, the blessing that was given unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not completely fulfilled yet. You know, but Esau's blessing, it is fulfilled. You know, so we gotta wait on the Lord.
Okay, you got something?
King David.
Oh, yeah, bring that up. Oh, hold on, did you finish that?
No, I didn't finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it says, back to 2 Samuel 20 and verse 7. It says, and there went out after him Joab's men, the Cherethites and the Pelethites and all the mighty men. And they went out of Jerusalem to pursue after Sheba, the son of Bishri. And when they were at the gate, and when they were at the great stone, which is in Gibeon, Amasa went before them, and Joab's garment that he had put on him was girded unto him, and upon it a girdle with a sword fastened upon his loins, and the sheath thereof. And as he went forth, it fell out. And Joab said to Amasa, art thou in health, my brother? And Joab took Amasa by the beard with the right hand to kiss him. But Amasa took no heed to the sword that was in Joab's hand.
Yeah, that right? Go ahead.
So he smote him.
So he said, are you good health? And then Job had a knife in the back. Yeah. And he stabbed him. Right? When he grabbed his beard, he stabbed him. Right?
You're not going nowhere.
Go ahead.
It says, and he smote him therewith in the fifth rib,
Right.
and shed out his bowels to the ground, and struck him not again, and he died. So Joab and Abishai his brother pursued after Sheba, the son of Bishri.
Okay, so you can say, that was a gangster move by Joab, but that was a wicked move.
Yeah.
Because King David was that was against the particular covenant that King David made. Okay,
Yeah.
so that wasn't righteous. So it's not about being tough and being this and that. Okay, of being a so-called gangster. It's about being righteous.
That's right.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
See, the Most High gave us power. When He gave us power to take out the Canaanites, we were doing a righteous act.
That's right.
You know, we were doing it work. As a matter of fact, if you didn't do it, you were being wicked.
Yeah.
Right. So you know, we need to focus on obedience to Yahweh Shai, and not the flesh and ego and bullshit. Which the word ego, by the way, means self. The word ego means self. It means you're all about yourself. Okay.
I believe this man
Killed his brother.
that's the man that killed his brother.
Yeah.
Abner.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
No. This man, this particular man, King David had tended to appoint him in a certain position.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Basically, was gonna take Joab's spot. I think.
Yeah. He came for a reason. Yeah.
Well, read it. Let's get it to see what we're saying.
A quick jump in on ego.
Because he did kill the brother, the dude who killed his brother too,
Yeah.
when he was not supposed to.
Yeah, that's the covenant. Yeah, David made a covenant with Abner.
Yeah.
And Joab basically,
Disannulled that.
yeah, he did what he wasn't supposed to. That was wicked. But then that's another one.
I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but let's see what it is. You know, we'll find it. But who has another scripture?
I got something pertaining to, you mentioned ego.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, back to the gangster mentality. It says one of the traits of gangster mentality is having an unshakable self-reliance. There is a fundamental belief that no one is coming to save you, which goes into hyper-independence, a refusal to rely on traditional safety nets or institutions, or even higher, Yahweh Shem Shai. You're really putting things in your own hands.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, brother. Yeah, that's a good point. Putting things in your own hand. We're trying to. He says, "Wait ye upon me." Right? Till I rise up to the plate. You know, we're not supposed to take vengeance. You know.
So that goes into even as your brother mentioned, Thaddeus. He put things in his own hands. Who else?
Yahweh Shai. No, not put things in his own. Salaki, you said put things in his own hands?
Yeah, in his own
Okay,
hands.
Salaki, I was going with the opposite. I was going with the opposite. Salaki,
Yeah,
that was
Thaddeus, what else? When we left Egypt, the Lord told us to go somewhere to attack. We refused, and then after the Lord said, "Okay, don't go," and then we went.
Yeah.
You know, so we put things in our own hands. We went, and then we were defeated. Okay, so it would have been better to obey the first time. Okay, so they obeyed twice for stupidity.
Well, in the scenario we're about to get with King David, he was about to put it in his own hands right there. Okay, which Shaquai still have that, right?
Yeah, come.
David, okay. So, anyways, they're looking for that. Matter of fact, get that. That's what we should get. Go and get that.
Get
King David. I'm going into Nabal.
Yep. So this is 1 Samuel 25, and verse 8. Ask thy young men, and they will show thee. Wherefore let the young men find favor in thine eyes, for we come in a good day. Give, I pray thee, whatsoever cometh to thine hand unto thy servants, and to thy son David. And when David's young men came, they spake to Nabal according to all those words in the name of David, and ceased. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, Who is David?
Because David, he helped Nabal's servants,
Yeah.
right? Protected them, made sure that they were good.
Yeah.
What they were doing and protected their substance and all that, you know, for Nabal. You know? So then he asked Nabal, he needs some bread. You know, and being the fool that he is, well, here's his response. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, And Nabal answered David's servants and said, Who is David, and who is the son of Jesse?
Yeah.
There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master.
Right, so he said, I don't know if the David guy's a runaway slave.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
All right, go ahead.
Wow.
Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my shears, and give it unto men whom I know not whence they be? So David's young men turned.
And he had plenty of food. Yet he was rich.
Yeah.
He was wealthy. Okay? So he was just a nigga.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, he's living up to his name because Nabal means fool in the
That's,
Hebrew.
that's exactly what it means. Go ahead.
It says, so David's young men turned their way and went again, and came and told them all those sayings. And David said unto his men, gird ye on every man a sword. And they girded on every man a sword. And David also girded on his sword. And there went up after David
Yo, get
about
the strap. Get the straps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know? That's basically what they said in that time.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
It says, and there went up after David about 400 men, and 200 abode by the stuff. But one of the young men told Abigail, Nabal's wife, saying, behold, David sent messengers out of the wilderness to salute our master, and he railed on them. Railed, I think it was.
Real. I mean, he cursed them out.
Yeah, protest.
You know? Go ahead.
But the men were very good unto us, and we were not hurt, neither missed we anything, as long as we were conversing with them when we were in the fields. Dude, it says, keep going.
Yeah, go all the way till she needs it.
Okay, verse 16. It says, there were a wall unto us both by night.
Because you have to remember too, King David was learning.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time he was still learning.
Right.
You know, so there's certain things, mistakes he made, and then as he got older, you know, he learned different things. You know, so when you hear different songs and stuff like that, there's different stages in his life. Just like we go through different stages and levels, right? Go ahead.
It says, there were a wall unto
It's
us.
like the wisdom that you have as an older man is not the same as when
Not
you're
the
younger.
same, yeah.
See that in the tutors. Doesn't think the same, you know.
Right. From season 1 to.
To season 1 to the last season, it's not the same king. Like the brother said, he grew, man. That's heavy.
It says, verse 16, they were a wall unto us both by night and day, and all the while we were with them.
But what does it say about wisdom, right? It says she'll walk with you through crooked paths
Yeah.
until she can trust your soul. She gotta bring you all kind of places, you know, for you to really get what you want. You know?
Shit.
Go ahead.
So all the while we were with them, keeping the sheep. Now therefore know and consider what thou wilt do, for evil is determined against our master, and against all his household, for he is such a son of Baal, that a man,
Belial. Doesn't that say Belial?
Belial, so
Yeah.
Belial, that a man cannot speak to him.
Yeah, Bill, when you say someone's a son of Belial or a daughter of Belial, it's like they're worthless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's such a worthless, and even his servants are calling him worthless.
Wow.
They know everyone. That's what he's known to be, a worthless guy. You know. Go ahead.
Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves and 2 bottles of wine and 5 sheep ready dressed, and 5 measures of parched corn, and 100 clusters of raisins, and 200 cakes of figs, and laid them on asses. And she said unto her servants, go on before me. Behold, I come after you. But she told not her husband Nabal. And it was so, as she rode on the ass, that she came down by cover of the hill, and behold, David and his men came down against her, and she met them. Now David said, surely in vain have I kept all that this fellow hath in the wilderness, so that nothing was missed of all that pertained unto him. And he had.
And you know the greatest people in this truth are the people that can put their ego aside.
Yes.
Those are the greatest ones in this truth. It's not the ones that got the ego. It's the ones that are able to put their ego to the side. Right? and go forth with the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But
Yeah, that's hard for a gangster to do.
that's hard. But one that's renewed in the spirit,
Yes,
he will learn it.
that's right.
As hard as it may be, he will learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And he hath requited me evil for good.
Yep. You will feel good. Yep. Yeah, so go ahead, keep going, keep going. No, we gotta go when the point is where I want to get where she meets him. Go ahead. Because she's gonna say something.
Yeah,
Go
okay,
ahead.
keep going. It says, verse 22, so and more also do the Most High unto the enemies of David, if I leave all that pertain to him by the morning light, anything that pisseth against the wall. And when Abigail saw David, she hastened and lightened off the ass and fell before
Yeah, he
David.
even made kind of like a vow almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
He said, you know, so that was a serious thing too, right?
Yeah.
The Lord had winked at that.
Yeah.
The Lord could have got her for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See the mercies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua?
Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, she made him know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua sent her. Go ahead. Keep going.
It says, and fell before David on her face, and bowed herself to the ground, and fell at his feet, and said, upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be. And let thine handmaid, I pray thee, speak in thine audience, and hear the words of thine handmaid. Let not my Lord, I pray thee, regard this man of Belial, even Nabal. For as his name is, so is he.
Right.
Nabal is his name, and folly is with him.
The father was with his parents too. Right.
It says, but I, thine handmaid, saw not the young men of my Lord, whom thou didst send. Now therefore, my Lord, as Yahweh liveth, and as thy soul liveth, seeing Yahweh hath withholden thee from coming to shed blood.
Yahweh had withholding thee from coming to shed blood. You know, putting in that work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lord withheld you from it. Go ahead. Why? So that he doesn't sin against him. Right?
And from avenging thyself with thine own hand. Now let thine enemies and they that seek evil to my Lord be as Nabal.
Woo! So she went in reverse and put a blessing on him.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
And now
So the spirit was really on her.
Yeah, spirit was on her.
Spirit was on her. Go ahead.
And now this blessing which thine handmaid hath brought upon my Lord, let it even be given unto the young men that follow after my Lord. It says, I pray thee, forgive the trespass of thine handmaid, for Yahweh will certainly make my Lord a sure house, because my Lord fighteth the battles of the Lord, and evil hath not been found in thee all thy days.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. No, that's the point, man. So the Lord kept his hand back from doing madness. You know? Because that's what he's going to do to the men that he loves. He's going to keep you back from destruction. And that's what wisdom does. See? That's what wisdom preserves you.
Yeah.
Wisdom is a preserver.
Yeah.
So it stops you from doing things that's going to get you in situations. What do you think these people are locked up for? They're locked up for doing shit that was without wisdom. You know? Most of them. The ones that are not innocent. You know?
Yeah, they didn't receive the favor of Yahweh.
They didn't receive the favor.
Yeah, and so like even sometimes going to jail might be the best thing for some certain individuals. You know, to keep them from doing even more wicked stuff. You know, put them on timeout. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying every night. Oh yeah, no, you're right. But I'm not saying every dude that's in jail is there being a fool or anything. Because I don't know what Esau's laws are bugged out too, right?
Yeah.
Some people are in jail because they couldn't pay tickets.
Yeah.
Right? So I can't say, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is the dudes in that gangster shit.
Yeah.
They're in there for being fools.
Mm-hmm.
You know, beating their woman up, you know, getting to stabbing someone, you know, whatever, that type of shit. Drug dealing. Okay? Can I sit on that?
Yeah, that's something else.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Nah, the comments from mud. For some guy in there.
Oh, so some madman on
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 2, verse 10. When wisdom entereth into thy heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall
So nobody has a wrench in there, man? Yo, why? Go in there and use the ring, man.
Yo, you saw that?
Go in the comments and use the ring, bro.
Yo, this guy's crazy.
You hear what I'm saying, Wyatt?
Yeah.
Yeah, use the ring, brother. Get rid of the insects. Go ahead.
Yeah. Proverbs 2 from 10, it says, when wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee.
Okay, that's it on that?
Con.
Okay, this is Job 33 and verse 23. If there be a messenger with him, an interpreter, one among 1,000. You read the comment?
Oh,
I didn't read that. There's no brothers looking like it's wicked, man.
it's not right. It's not right.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It says, if there be a, Job 33 and 23, if there be a messenger with him, an interpreter, one among 1,000.
What's the name? What's the title?
Billy.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear.
The funny thing, with the last thing, you know, but at the end, that's your judgment, man. That's your head.
Oh, yeah,
You should have just stayed quiet.
You don't get it. Go ahead, brother.
Job 32 and 23. If there be a messenger with him, an interpreter, one among 1,000, to show unto men his uprightness, then he is gracious unto him, and saith, deliver him from going down to the pit.
Oh, that's right. So someone who's doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Which part of that is prophets preaching, right? And turning people from their wickedness.
Yeah.
Showing them how to be upright. Okay? Then he's going to be gracious unto that individual. Go ahead.
I have found a ransom.
Okay, I'm gonna deal with him. I got him. I got it. I got the money. You know?
Yeah. Wow. Sure.
So that's how we were delivered from these situations, man. You know? I've been in multiple situations, many situations that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has delivered me from. You know? So we have to remember these things. We have to have respect upon these things, right? Whenever we're going through something too, to not forget, right? Well. That's why the Heavenly Father always reminded us. Oh, you remember what I did in Egypt?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Remember what I did in Egypt? Mm-hmm. To let you know he's still here to deliver. Mm-hmm. Okay? And yeah, it's going to get to the point where it's hot. It gets hot. You know?
Yeah.
It's going to get dark.
Yeah.
But you got to be in that Bane spirit.
Yeah.
It was born in the darkness.
Molded by it.
Molded by it.
Yeah.
You got to be in that spirit, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 43 and 2. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee.
Meaning you're not going to be overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be in situations, but you're not going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
The river's not going to drown you. These people, they get drowned in the rivers, man. Go ahead.
When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't get hot.
Yeah.
You get a little hot, take off your shirt.
Yeah.
A little uncomfortable, but it's not going to burn you.
Right.
Right?
And you're going to get accustomed to it so that when the fire comes, when everybody's going through the fire,
Right,
you're going to have the ability to go through it.
Yeah. Well, accustomed to it, but ultimately he's going to deliver you from it. You're going to be in it, but it's not going to affect you how it's going to affect them. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
It's not going to affect you how it's going to affect them. That's the point, because it's not going to burn you. It won't burn them on impact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it on that?
That's it.
You got something about? Okay, we can get the last scriptures. You got something? Hold on. You got something, Shapat? Okay, go ahead, brother.
We got that, I have the,
You got something?
the Amasai.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 Samuel 19 and verse 13. So this is
This is going into what we were talking about before?
back to what we were
With Joab.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is 2 Samuel 19 and verse 11. And King David sent to Zadok and to Abiathar the priest, saying, Speak unto the elders of Judah, saying, Why are ye the last to bring the king back to his house, seeing the speech of all Israel is come to the king even to his house? Ye are my brethren, ye are my bones and my flesh. Wherefore then are ye the last to bring back the king? And say ye to Amasa, Art thou not of my bone and of my flesh? The Most High do Yahweh do so to me, and more also, if thou be not captain of the host before me continually in the room of Joab. So he basically set him up to take the place of Joab, as captain of the
Okay, well, let's see what Joab says. Let's see, I don't remember that, but let's see what Joab says.
Okay.
Let's see what Joab says, because I don't remember him killing him for that. I remember him killing the individual for killing his brother. But I wanted, if that's the actual reason he killed him. Go ahead, let's see.
Okay, so it's in the next chapter.
As a matter of fact, read that one in NLT.
Okay. Second Samuel, chapter 19 and verse.
Matter of fact, no, because you find the other one. You tell him the chapter and verse.
Okay.
Find in NLT.
Second Samuel 19 and verse to the point, I guess. It's 13.
Okay, 13. Okay.
Start at
Let me know you have that. You
13?
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Read that and you find the other part. Go ahead.
2 Samuel 19 and 13. And David told them to Amasa, Since you are my own flesh and blood like Joab, may the Most High strike me, even kill me, if I do not appoint you as commander of my army in his place.
In his place, okay. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, that's it on that? That's it on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's see, this is 2 Samuel 20 and verse 10
Okay.
NLT.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Amasa didn't notice the dagger. We read that already.
Yeah, go up to where Joab was scheming on it.
Okay. I'll start at verse 4. Then the king told Amasa, Mobilize the army of Judah within 3 days and report back at that time. So Amasa went out to notify Judah, but it took him longer than the time he had been given. Then David said to Abishai, Sheba, son of Bichri, is going to hurt us more than Absalom did. Quick, take my troops and chase after him before he gets into a fortified town where we can't reach him. So Abishai and Joab, together with the king's bodyguard and all the mighty warriors, set out from Jerusalem to go after Sheba. As they arrived at the great stone in Gibeon, Amasa met them. Joab was wearing his military tunic with a dagger strapped to his belt. As he stepped forward to greet Amasa, he slipped the dagger from its sheath. How are you, my cousin? Joab said, and took him by the beard with his right hand as though to kiss him. Amasa didn't notice the dagger in his left hand, and Joab stabbed him in the stomach with it so that his insides gushed out into the ground.
Yeah.
Joab did not need to strike again, and Amasa soon died. Joab and his brother Abishai left him lying there and continued after Sheba. One of Joab's young men shouted to Amasa's troops, If you are for Joab and David, come and follow Joab. But Amasa lay in his blood in the middle of the road, and Joab's men saw that everyone was stopping to stare at him. So he pulled him off the road into a field and threw a cloak over him.
I gotta go into that story. Because if that's the case, Joab is being wicked.
Yeah.
But I gotta go into that story to see what's going on. Exactly.
What's the spot?
Huh?
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead.
So I Googled, I used the AI and I wrote Joab's kills. It says here he killed Abner for revenge and rivalry, to avenge his brother Asahel, and to protect his job. It says he killed Absalom for military necessity and frustration, to end a civil war and protect David's throne despite David's orders. And it says here Amasa for jealousy and competence, to regain his position as commander in chief.
Yeah, so he's being wicked.
Yeah.
He's being wicked as hell doing that shit. All right, go ahead. And there's two things where he did.
Yeah.
He got blood wicked. That's why King David said to kill him. Yeah, go ahead, read that.
So
read that.
basically, it says the aftermath. It says here, Joab's end justified the means.
Okay, go ahead.
Of
I
Joab's.
get that what King David said. King David said to kill him when he was definite.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Joab's ends justify the means. Philosophy eventually caught up with him. On his deathbed, King David instructed his son Solomon to ensure Joab was held accountable for these murders. Solomon eventually had Joab executed while he was clinging to the horn of the altar, seeking sanctuary.
Yeah, so Joab, shit, man.
And it's
Joab.
you have to pay for that.
Yeah, yeah. It's gracious.
He's looking for mercy.
It's crazy, man. Okay. Joab was wilding out, man.
Yeah.
The Absalom thing was like righteous, you know? The Absalom was being wicked. The Absalom thing was righteous. The other stuff, he's going on.
Out of order, yeah.
You know? You found that?
Yeah, this is 1 Kings 2, verse 5. Moreover, thou knowest also what Joab the son of Zeruiah did to me, and what he did to the 2 captains of the host of Israel, unto Abner the son of Ner, and unto Amasai the son of Jether, whom he slew and shed the blood of war in peace, and put the blood of war upon his girdle that was about his loins, and in his shoes that were on his feet. Do therefore according to thy wisdom, and let not his hoar head go down to the grave in peace. Which
That judgment had to be done, man.
yes, sir.
That judgment had to be executed.
Yes.
Yeah. King David was like a meek man, you know, so a lot of things sometimes, you know. We hear the stories, you know, about the king, you know, certain things, you know.
Yeah.
But that had to be dealt with, bro. That's some crazy shit, man. Just putting man to death like that. Anyways, the whole point of this lesson is not to be no damn gangster.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, but the end of destruction, which as you've seen in this lesson. All right, so we're called to be spiritual, man. We're called to be spiritual. The spiritual man puts his ego to the side. Those are the men that are great in this truth, man.
That's it.
So with that, Lord, one is edified to the elect, I want to give all the praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Machakwadash. The belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there, pushing his word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
You're getting a lot of views lately.
You got to wait till the
Scoffing.
Oh, no, there was more demons?
No, there was
Talking gay
talking
shit.
shit about the baby, you know.
About who?
Shit, what?
We said that.
They're targeting this guy.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's okay. That's a good sign. When the demons attack you, that's a good sign.
They're targeting you, bro.
That's a good sign when the demons attack you, bro.
Don't pay attention to it, bro.
Who's the red lady?
Oh, the red lady. Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, lady.
That's what they said. Who's the red lady?
Yo.
No, they said the guy next to the red lady, something I heard you about.
We ain't had nothing.
This guy.
You sex scarf.
What?
I don't know, man. Who's wearing a scarf? Oh, boss, you wearing a scarf?
No.
Yeah, there's a scarf right in there.
Oh,
Okay.
right now, you can see me on camera.
I don't know. He's saying something about it. And he said unisex scarf in the corner.
Wow.
Wearing Victoria's Secret jeans.